Hey everybody, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you.
Hope you guys are doing well today. Yay, we got some rain.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
it came through here hard.
You know, for a while we were going, please Lord, no more rain. And now all of a sudden it's like, please let it rain.
Yep, you get what you ask for.
Isn't it funny how it just depends on the time span, right?
Mm-hmm.
One day you're begging for rain, one day you're begging for it to go away.
Absolutely.
But today it was nice to see the rain. It was a big storm.
It did.
I have all these windows in my office, and so I could see it got real dark.
It blew through hard. So
Yes,
yeah,
it did.
the dogs were going crazy.
They were. So, I don't know if you saw the title, but it says, Are you an aha seeker? Are you? Do you think you are? We're going to talk about that today. So, of course, Kurt, my buddy, my sidekick, my whatever.
Co-host.
Co-host.
It's been a few weeks, so bear with us.
Yeah, you haven't been here for a
I
little
missed
while.
the whole month of July.
You did.
Yeah, sorry.
You just kicked me to the curb. Whatever.
But I'm happy to be here today, and of course, always happy to be with Kim Martin of I've
Aw.
Decided.
Well, I'm happy to be
And
with you too.
we're talking with our good friend Andrew.
Andrew Newey.
Thank
Tell
you.
them who you are, Andrew.
Yeah, so my name is Andrew Nui, and I'm the Director of Innovation at Startups at the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council. And for those who don't know, the Economic Development Council helps connect the dots between opportunities and resources for businesses in the Greater Peoria region. And I think that's what we want to do. And my role specifically is to help businesses, new businesses, as well as existing businesses, continue to grow and expand their customer base. And I'm very glad to be on the show for today.
Go
And
ahead.
the acronym was what? GED?
GPEDC.
GP, Greater Peoria.
That's
All
right. yes.
Memorize that.
Yeah.
GPEDC, because you don't want to say the whole thing, it's a mouthful. But
Yeah.
the GPEDC, it's kind of
Absolutely.
like a song you can make out.
It is, yeah. And really it's regional, so it's not just in Peoria.
It's the greater surrounding area, right?
Absolutely, yes.
And we've had Chris Setti on the show with us, your boss, the CEO
That's
there,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So he's an awesome guy. You guys have seen him on the show before. But you and I have kind of gotten to know each other over the last, 5 or 6 weeks we
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
met and got a lot in common. You're very passionate about helping people and loved learning
Absolutely.
some of the things that you were doing even before you started with the GPEDC. I mean,
That's
it's
right.
obvious why they thought you were a good fit, and you are great. We're happy to have you
Thank
here in
you.
Peoria.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
you moved here from the East Coast?
That's right, in Boston.
Boston. Straight,
No accent, though.
straight to Peoria.
Yeah.
No accent.
Okay, so here's the really cool thing. Our weekly winning word is revelation. So all of you who are members of I've Decided, you know this because on Sunday, you got your weekly winning resource in your inbox with all of your goals and things to focus on this week. And so there was an article in there, if you read your email, called Are You a Aha Seeker? So Andrew, I thought you would be a perfect guest for this show because we gave a few ideas to help people get started, right? And the biggest thing in being an aha seeker, looking for those moments where you learn, something gets you fired up because now you emotionally connect it with the knowledge you've already had. It's about putting yourself in position
Absolutely.
to have those moments. And we want to talk about an event you have coming up on Monday.
That's right. So we have a Co-Starters program, which is a business acceleration program that starts August 26th, 6 to 9 p.m. And this is going to run for 10 weeks. And the way it's going to work is that it's highly action oriented, right? So there's a bias towards action and really deeply to understand who your customers are. And there's going to be a significant experimentation piece. You're going to get out of the office, get out of the classroom, and to test and understand and learn and to hear from people who could potentially be your customers. And that is a significant piece because very often we go to a class, we learn about, we can learn about business. But the big part about that is, are you really a business until such time that you actually have paying customers?
Right.
And not only do you need paying customers, you need lots of them, and you need them to come back
Right.
all the time.
To build that value.
Absolutely. So that's really the big aha moment in terms of being action oriented and getting yourself out there into the public.
Right.
So that sounds great as far as how would people sign up, or what's your enrollment process, and is there a charge for the program?
Absolutely. Great questions. So the website is startupgp.org/co-starters, and the tuition cost is $300. And that pays for the material as well as the EDC is going to sponsor 6 months of membership at our co-working space.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and that generally runs for about $100 a month. So this is going to be an additional sponsorship component that we're going to add in addition to the consultations that we will have one-on-one as well. So
That's a very inexpensive
for a
investment
10-week
for a
program.
10-week business. It's like
absolutely.
a class.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah.
class.
I'm sitting here thinking, and this is on my own personal experience. When I founded, I own Curves, as you know, right? And so we know what our target market for that is, women over
Absolutely.
40.
Yeah.
That's just been a no-brainer. But when I founded I've Decided 6 years ago, I'm like, we're for everyone.
Yeah.
That's how my brain works. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, everybody can benefit from
Absolutely.
this, and they can. But what I've learned over the last few years is that truly we do have a target market of 35 to 55, and we found that target market. But now I can really hone in on that group of people. Not that we don't have lots of people over 55 coming, and not that we don't have some people under 35 coming, but that's the majority.
Yep.
And that's what you're going to help people kind of figure out along the
Definitely.
way.
And that's the laser focused component of this program.
Yeah.
Everybody coming into this program is going to, from the start, define the problem that they want to solve for the next 10 weeks, right? And then you're going to be able to measure that over that 10 weeks and to progress and to build the community like I've decided, and to work together in the region, in the connections that we will work with you to connect, and to grow what your business could become.
Yeah. That makes me want to do it.
Oh yeah, well, and I would imagine, just listen to you talk, Andrew, that a lot of these beginning business owners, or even the existing small business owners that are trying to grow, they started, or at least had the idea through aha moments like these, like
That's
through
right.
having a revelation per se. And so, is that true? I'm sure you could tell us a bunch of different stories about people
Absolutely.
having revelations when it comes to the business world.
Yeah, and the revelations don't really happen until such time you actually get out there and talk to
Right.
people, right? A lot of the revelations we think about may not necessarily be the real revelations that you actually get out in the street when you,
Point, yeah.
you have conversations with people, and okay, hey, you told me about this community that you're building, Kim, as an example, and I'm really interested in understanding the reasons why you've built this community and how that has, perhaps grown over time, and perhaps then we can explore. Well, you're looking for a new customer segment. What does that look like? Can we run different experiments to test if these different customer segments make sense, right? So there's a lot of that in the process.
And we were talking right before the show that exactly that, how for you personally, hopefully that aha moment for I've Decided came to you through your conversations and
Yeah.
taking action, participating, coming to one of our BYOBs, which is where I met you last
That's
week.
right.
So thank you.
Yes.
So it does take action,
Yeah.
not just having the idea. You have to follow through with
For
it.
sure. Well, so in the article that we sent out, and it's on social media too, you can find it on our Facebook page on I've Decided. You can like that page if you haven't, and you'll find the article there. But all 4 ideas that we put out there to help you put yourself in a situation to have that aha moment, all are action. The first one is tag along. Right? I mean, how many times are we asked to do something? And our first inkling is, oh, I'm too busy, or oh, I got to
Let's
do this,
make an
or
excuse.
oh, I'm so
Yep.
tired when I get off of work. I don't really feel like go. We do go to that. But I said the next time someone asks you to join them for an event you're not too excited about, just go anyway.
Yeah.
make yourself go. It's amazing what it's funny because I think, I don't know. I always think like networking events, even like our BYOBs, right? It's like you go, oh, I don't want to get up that early. And like Andrew, you're like in networking all the time,
Yeah,
right? So then when I
always.
said, come on, Andrew, come on over to our BYOB,
Yeah.
I'm sure your first inkling wasn't like, yes, let me get up early and head on over to another networking
Well, it was
event.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
I bet it wasn't though.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You
Sure.
probably are like, oh gosh, okay, I met Kim. She's bringing me on her show. I should probably go. But you met some people, made
That's
some
right.
connections.
Absolutely.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't shown up.
That's right. And it's really about being open to the possibilities that could, come from these aha moments.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know if you didn't go.
That's
Or
right.
if you didn't do anything.
So tag along. And you're going to love this. Oh, go ahead.
No, and then the next one is
You say it.
sign up.
Sign up because that's what we want you guys to
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
is sign up for this business class that's starting on Monday night, and why don't we sign up? We don't sign up it says sign up for workshops, seminars, conferences that you don't think you could learn anything from. Maybe you think you are ready. Like I was just sitting here going, I bet I could learn a lot. I may think I already know what my target market is, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I've been a business owner for many, many years, but not in a startup company.
Yeah.
I'm a relatively new startup company
Sure.
business owner. The point is, you can always learn more.
Absolutely. And I want to say, it's very different. A startup business is not necessarily the same way you would run a corporate business or an established business as a franchise.
Right.
Because the processes are very, very different, right? The things that you have to do in a startup phase of a new business that has zero customer,
processes.
zero processes, zero validated customers. You're still trying to define this core part of the business, which is solving problems that will actually get people to take out their wallets and pay you money. That's not the same case of starting Subway or McDonald's or any sort of other established business because that part has already been done. And so that's a big difference in terms of starting a new business.
So as you go through that process, the hope and what we're trying to convince people today is you should experience several aha moments along the
Absolutely.
way. It doesn't just have to be that initial idea.
Definitely. There's a lot of iterative loops or how should I put it, continuations that you tried something like Thomas Edison, they tried thousands of times.
Right.
And then finally, what was it, over 10,000 times that he discovered
Yeah.
his
I
success.
actually just was visiting. Funny you bring him up. I was just visiting his house when I was on vacation in Florida. They have a museum down at the
That's
Ford
awesome.
House and the Thomas Edison House, and it's really cool. And he had a building there where they built a lab for study. And in one of his journals, he actually said, "I don't care if I have to work all night long without any sleep. I'm gonna figure out how to do this."
Yeah.
Like it's like those moments or that when he was putting himself, he's like, I'm going to do it, and putting himself in those positions. I don't know. It's just really
Making
cool.
a commitment.
Yeah.
And it says he failed like a million times,
Right.
one right time is all he needed.
And maybe if I can share the revelation that I'm, hearing from you today,
Please.
is really it's not a failure, is when you stop, not when you cycle through your loops to learn something,
Right.
So that you discover one more way that doesn't work, but really that's really not failure. It's you learn something, and then you go through the process.
Yes. And that's a revelation. When you realize that failure is not the end, it's just a mistake. It's a disappointment. It's not disaster. Like you said, disaster is throwing in the towel. If Thomas Edison would have just threw in the towel,
Yeah.
I mean, somebody would have eventually come along
sure.
and we'd still have electricity today.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure of that. But it could have taken a little longer. Could have been
That's
a
right.
little bit different. So tag along, sign up. Take the call. Oh my goodness. That one kind of hit home because your phone rings a lot. It's like, oh, I don't feel like,
And especially with caller ID now. I don't want to talk to them.
it's Kurt or it's Kim, and like she's going to ask me to do
For
something.
sure. Yep.
Yeah.
No,
So
take the call.
this is what I put. Oh no, the sales department or marketing department from a company who wants you to buy something or advertise with them is calling again. Instead of avoiding the conversation, take the call.
Yeah.
You may learn something you had no idea about what they're doing that could be beneficial for you.
Absolutely.
I've done that before. I've actually taken a call because I'm like, okay, they've called me 20 times. So if I don't take the call, they're going to call me 20 more
That's
times.
right.
So I'm just going to take the call so they'll stop calling me. But
Yeah.
then I get intrigued.
Yep.
And I'm like,
And for,
that's pretty cool.
and for me, 9 times out of 10, there's gonna come a day later where you're gonna want them to pick up the phone when you're calling them.
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Treat others the way
it
you want to
goes,
be
yeah,
treated.
it goes
Take
both
the call.
ways. Take
Yeah,
the call. Yeah.
absolutely. And I would also say to that too, it's a learning journey, right?
Yes.
How do they market themselves? And what can you learn from that process? How do you really understand that process? For example, with regards to the phone calls as well as the surveys and all these different things that they throw out, these are learning experiences for you,
Yeah.
for all of us.
That's right. And we can learn.
Yeah.
So all of you people that I'm trying to call about, I decided take the call.
Answer the phone.
Answer the
Reply
phone.
to
Yeah.
an email. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
And
you
what's
know?
the last one? That's my favorite.
Yeah, say yes.
yes.
Now, I know a lot of people, okay, so all of you people out there who are trying to, the whole prioritizing work-life balance, stay on your goals in the task, and it's always like, say no more, say no
Right.
more. And yes, you do need to know when to say yes and when to say no. You can't say too many yeses. But here's an example that I used when I say yes, just to clarify. Your fellow coworkers always go to lunch at a place you don't enjoy at all. And so you always say no thanks to the invite. Decide to say yes the next time you're invited. The best aha moments are those unexpected times
Right.
when you least expect it. Because guess what? Maybe they changed the menu. And all of a sudden you might find something on there that's like, oh, this is my new favorite thing. And you've been saying no because you've had an experience. You're going by one experience potentially. So
Or
that's an example.
going off of what you heard or hearsay, which is even worse.
Right.
You know, when you
That's
rely on
great.
somebody else's
Yeah.
opinion, form your own. You know.
I like
So
that.
yep.
Have your own aha moment. Don't live vicariously through other people's aha moments.
Absolutely, yeah. Have your own. Build your own.
Build your own aha
Yeah.
moments. Have your own aha moments. And it's important. And that's why at I've decided we want you to have those aha moments. We want to provide you tools and resources and introduce you to people like Andrew who have opportunities for you, especially this opportunity that's happening on Monday for small businesses. If you're a startup, if you're thinking about starting, I mean, let me just help you right now. If you are considering starting a business and you haven't invested the money, the best investment you can initially make
yes.
is $300 to see if your idea is a good idea.
That's right.
Before you lose $30,000.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one too. And I would also say for existing businesses that are looking to scale and to grow and
Right.
expand their customer base and their audiences, what could that look like? And the best way to do that is, $300 to run through these different experiments.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
So if I sign up for $300, can I bring a tag along, or is it $300? Like if it's an
Absolutely.
employee of mine,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
just curious.
you're absolutely
Not
right.
trying to take
No,
advantage.
not at all.
Well,
because
no,
that has,
the question I guess is great. Is it an individual fee or is it a business?
Like,
it's a business fee.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. 'Cause
So we've had, we've had other people who have come and asked the same question, and we'd say, really, this is about your business, and if you, invalidate the core issue of why the business is formed,
Right.
we'll find a new way.
Well, I was just thinking about my husband too. I was like, this would be something that Joe and I could do together
Yeah.
because, I mean, obviously he has a full-time career on his own, but he does help me a lot with I've Decided, and us kind of going through something like this together could be very beneficial. I just wondered if we could
Yep.
just pay
Yes,
the one.
absolutely.
Good to know.
You can, as a
Good to
business,
know.
you can pay one
See,
fee.
Thinking, always
and
thinking.
and that's really the heart of it, right?
Right.
Really, it's the intent of this revelation in terms of really getting out into the community to grow the community, and that's where we are, and we're really thankful to be here.
And mentioning husband Joe, I'm sure he's been working hard too, helping you get ready for our conference, which if you want to share with everybody,
Sure.
is coming up.
September 7th. That's coming up right around the corner. September 7th out at Weaver Ridge. Of course, if you're a business member, a community member of I've Decided, it's included in your membership. You just need to log in, use your discount code, and get registered. If you're not a member of I've Decided, that's easy. You just hop over to I'veDecided.org and you can sign up right online today. We'd love to have you join our community. In fact, accept this invitation. This is a personal invitation right now.
Yep.
Okay. And hey, maybe I'll see you Monday night. I'm really considering
Yeah,
doing
you
that,
should, totally
Andrew.
should.
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna talk to my husband about it. So
Absolutely.
I hope I see some of you guys on
Yeah.
Monday night. Kurt, I'm so glad you're back.
Yep,
I
nice
have
to
so
be
much
here.
more fun
Thank
when
you.
you're here.
Always a great
I
time.
don't know why.
yeah.
I think it's that comedian side of you. Make
Well,
me
thank
laugh.
you,
You always
yeah.
have to drop some funnies. Anyway, all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Andrew, thanks for being
Thank
here.
you.
you,
It's been a
Andrew.
pleasure.
And we'll post on the comments
Yeah.
how they can, like the
Absolutely,
link
yeah.
to sign up and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay?
Great.
All right. See you
Thank you.
guys.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.